What is up, everybody? Welcome back to racenews.com. Welcome back to another one of our previews. We're going to go to Turfway Park for the Jeff Ruby Stakes coming up on Saturday, March 21st. Race number 12 on the card there, the Jeff Ruby Stakes, going a mile and eighth on the, of course, the synthetic surface. Field of 12 for this one. I'm going to put the entries up on the screen for you now. What a race this is, man. I don't know if we have Kentucky Derby, top contenders here or not. It's synthetic and who knows. But man, this is a great race. What a puzzle. What a race if you want to just take a, if you like any of these horses, want to take a shot, you're going to get the price. And man, it's wide open. All right, let's keep going. Let's start with the number one Turf Star as we go through all 12. We'll go through all 12, try to get you top four there at the end. Turf Star coming off of a sixth place effort last time out at Gulfstream Park in a stakes race on the turf. All turf races for this horse. 2 races back, ran sixth in the Breeders' Cup, a juvenile turf as well. Second in the Bourbon, 3 races back. Did break the maiden 4 races back in a maiden special weight at Kentucky Downs. Second in a debut in a maiden special weight there at Saratoga. So a lot to look at here when it comes to Turf Star. A horse that I think will get better second out as a 3-year-old. But man, I don't know. This is a really tough spot. Who knows about the synthetic surface? But usually it translates okay, turf to synthetic. We'll see. I think Turf Star is in with a little bit of a chance. I'm not going to use this horse, but if you get the right price, I do think you're going to see some improvement here. Grand Motion, Johnny Velasquez also to be respected. Number 2, Fulleffort is next, and this horse has been pretty frustrating for me personally. I picked him in both the local prep races for this one. Finished second in both of them. Got to beat a length 2 races back. Then last time out in the John Battaglia, got beat a neck. Finished second, and got beat by Great White and making up ground and just couldn't get the job done. It's one of those horses going to fall way too far behind, try to come back and make one run at the end. And, I think going to have pace this time. I do see a lot of pace in this race. There really wasn't in the last 2 starts. They kind of went pretty slow. I see a lot here. I think that's really going to help him. So he's in with a shot. Can I pick him to win? That's going to be the big question. I will keep asking myself here as we go through. Number 3, Baytown Dreamer. This horse got 4th in the John Battaglia last time out. This is a horse that, 1 for 11 in the career, just trying stuff, trying to get into the Kentucky Derby any way possible. Did get 3rd in the Smarty Jones, 3 races back at 84-1, was 99-1 in the Southwest when got 11th, 99-1 in the Battaglia when he got 4th. So he'll be pretty high price again. There's not a lot of races on here that says this horse has a big chance. So just kind of a pass for me. The number 4, 2 Out Hero, couldn't have had kind of the worst trip or just a poor effort, however you want to put it, in the Battaglia last time out, right here on the synthetic surface. Got 9th, beaten 10 3/4. Second off of a layoff here, though, and I think we're going to run better. This is going to be a race. I think he'll run a little bit better, but gosh, how much better? He's tough to support after how poor he ran last time out. So, I don't have a lot of interest here in 2 Out Hero. Didn't have a ton last time either. Just see what he does, though. Second off the layoff, I do think he'll run a little bit better. This is a very interesting horse next, the number 5, Black Hornet. Ran 4 times on the dirt to start the career and just didn't look very good whatsoever. Moved to the to the turf 2 races back, going a mile and 16th at Fairgrounds and won by 3/4 of the length. I thought he ran really well. Last time out in a stakes race there at Fairgrounds on the turf, going a mile and 16th, it was the Black Gold Stakes. He's able to get the job done by 1.25 lengths. Now, here's a very interesting thing. I've been to Fairgrounds once in my entire life. It was on this day. I was there live to watch this horse run. Touch of Fire, the horse that was heavily bet down to 2-5 in this race, was coming off a really impressive debut effort and looked good in this spot. Got an absolute perfect trip on the lead, set slow fractions, was about a length ahead the whole time, if not a little bit more. Black Hornet ran this horse down pretty well. Touch of Fire did get second and was 2 lengths clear of the 3rd place horse. That tells me Black Hornet ran pretty well that day. Now, was Touch of Fire a little bit disappointing? Yes, I definitely think so. But it was a good race from Black Hornet. I don't know if this horse will take to the synthetic. Might. Definitely took to the turf a lot better than the dirt. really good race, I thought, last time out. Set, stocked, got the job done, beat a pretty heavy favorite there. I think Black Hornet is sneaky in this spot. The number 6, Medici, is next. This is a horse shipping in for Richard Mandela. I think that is interesting that he's going to ship. He doesn't do it often. Coming off of a nose loss last time out to Greenwich Village in a stakes race, the Pasadena there at Santa Anita, going 1 mile. This is a horse just 1 win in 6 starts, a maiden special weight win, 2 races back right there on the turf. 3 races back, got beat by Plutarch, a horse that this was on the turf as well. A horse that was, pretty decent horse. Did go on to win the Robert B. Lewis on the dirt before getting injured. 5 races back, got beat by Stark Contrast, a horse that is in this race and looks pretty tough in the spot. So been running to get some good ones. I think Medici comes in here with a nice chance here. Mandela shipping, I think, also kind of singles. That's very interesting. The number 7 is Maximus Prime. Maximus Prime coming off of a 3rd place effort last time out in the Battaglia at 88-1. This horse was a maiden and is still a maiden because he got 3rd in that race. 8 starts, no wins, 2 seconds, 2 thirds. I still don't love him, even though he got 3rd in that race. Not a huge fan of him in this spot, honestly. But look, he showed that he can compete. Stretch out a little bit further here. We'll see if he can do it. I'm not a big fan of this horse in this spot. Now, this one is interesting. The number 8, Chaos Agent. 1 race. It was a win for Josie Carroll down at Gulfstream Park in a maiden special weight on the synthetic surface, going 1 mile and a 16th. One got a pretty good figure, won by a length and a quarter, or a length and a half, I should say. Is it too much too soon? I don't know. Maybe not. This horse has that synthetic, form, and I like that. I really like that a lot of these horses, it's like we're guessing with, okay, turf to synthetic, will it translate? We don't have to guess with this one. He liked the surface there at Gulfstream. It'll be pretty similar up here, obviously, synthetic surface. So I really thought that was a sharp race. There's not a ton to talk about. This horse is by Independence Hall of an Into Mischief mare. So I do think the horse will go 1 mile and an 1/8. That 1:16 race, he did not look like he was getting tired. So I think he ships up here from Gulfstream with a big shot in this spot on Saturday. The number 9 is Brave Force. Brave Force, a horse that just broke the maiden last time out right here at Turfway Park by a length and a quarter. It took 6 races, got a couple of losses on this surface, lost a Great White 3 races back in a maiden special weight by 3 3/4. Obviously, that turned out to be okay maiden. A little behind for me. Got to improve a little bit too much for me. I'm not going to play him in this spot, but I do think a horse that's on the up and up. And look, as shown, the synthetic surface is okay with him. This horse is by Gun Runner, so I do think stretching out to 1 mile 8 will be okay. I just think the horse needs to get a little bit faster in this spot. Let's keep going with the number 10, Argos. Argos, a horse that 3 races back won the summer stakes up at Woodbine by a head, and pretty nice race there. Went to the Breeders' Cup Juvenile after that, where he was 8th, and then went to Gulfstream Park last time out. That was on Fountain of Youth Day in the Colonel Liam, and got 5th, beaten 3 1/4 there. Didn't run all that well in this one. Interesting enough, Riley Mott trained this horse now with Brad Cox. Brad Cox, the listed trainer here. Muchacho will ride. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to take a pass here on him. He's got to prove it here. His last 2 races weren't very good. Really the race at 6 outs this summer at Woodbine obviously is a win and look good. These other races, he's a little bit of a cut below. And so that's what I'm going to go with here. I think he's just a little bit of cut below, got to improve a little too much, but it is second off the layoff. Second race as a 3-year-old. We definitely could see improvement for him. He's just not for me. Here's a horse who is for me. The number 11, Stark Contrast, is next. And I mentioned he beat Medici. That was his maiden special weight win, his first race on the turf. He debuted on the dirt, and it didn't go well. Went straight to the turf, going 1 mile there at Del Mar and won. Went to the Zuma Beach next at Santa Anita, won again. Went up to Del Mar to run in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf. He got second, only beaten 3/4 of a length behind Gustad. Gustad was, I thought, brilliant that day. Stark Contrast really gave people who bet a lot on Gustad, people meaning me, amongst many others. Stark Contrast really gave him a scare, only beat 3/4 of a length. Gustad was a heavy favorite. The start contrast was 58-1 in that race, so didn't get a lot of respect. Ran well. Comes back this year, first race as a 3-year-old at 1-5, and boy, looked it. Won by 2.25 in a stakes race going 1 mile. The Eddie Logan there at Santa Anita, and beat Brigante, beat Unrivaled Time. Decent horses there. Just made him look silly. So, yeah, will he take the synthetic? That's a big question. Will he go 1.125 miles? I think that's not as much of a question. I do think he will. He's finishing full of run here lately in these races. So he's very interesting. Can he take the synthetic? That's going to be the big question. Finally, the number 12, Stop the Car. I was kind of interested in Stop the Car last time out in the John Battaglia, but he did scratch. This is a horse that will try it again. He's going to debut on the synthetic here after 3 races on the dirt. 2 really nice races to start. One a maiden claiming, but it was a 150K maiden claiming at Keeneland on debut. Then won an allowance on Stars of Tomorrow 2 card at Churchill Downs and looked very good doing it. And then didn't run much at the Lecomte at all. Just 7th feet and 5 3/4. Didn't do much there. The synthetic's going to be the question mark. I don't know how he'll handle it. He's not necessarily bred to handle it, but who really is, turf horses usually, and he's not really bred to be a turf horse. So, yeah, he's a question mark. I wouldn't mind if you want to take a shot with him. I'm probably not in this spot. So, wish we would have seen him in the John Battaglia. I think that would have gave us a lot better indication, obviously. All right, that is the field of 12. I'm going to go number 11, Stark Contrast on top. I'm going to go Stark Contrast on top in this spot. Excited to see what he does here. Number 8, Chaos Agent in second for me. Number 2, Full Effort in third. And the number 5, Black Hornet in fourth. So I'm going to go 11, 8, 2, 5 in this one. Very interested to see if Black Hornet can translate over. Full Effort, we know will, but is he going to be too far back? Chaos Agent, the 8. We saw the synthetic at Gulfstream. That's a good sign. I think the best horse, though, is the number 11, Star Contrast, and that's why I'm picking him on top, and hopefully he runs well on this synthetic surface. All right, guys, that'll do it for this preview. Hit that like button if you like the video. Hit subscribe if you really like it. Want to get to learn anytime we do videos like this. And most importantly, good luck if you're betting Turfway on Saturday.